Okay, and welcome again back to lesson 4 of the ball falling game. Okay, now this is my 5th attempt trying to record this because people keep interrupting me. But let's try this again. So we have, with our game at the moment, we have a ball that falls down. Every time it hits the ground, it goes back up. Okay, hits me, goes up, goes back up. Now what I want to do is basically I want to have a score and I need some lives. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to make it variable. We're going to make scores. No, we'll start with lives. And then we go back to here, data, make a variable, score. Okay, then we go, okay, now we've got our variables in here. We actually want a controlling variable on our person. Oh, I already have one, good. Okay, I'm going to set my score, set my lives. At the start of every game, you have to set your score and your lives. Otherwise, it just continues counting from the last game. Okay, now as I start, see, we've got 5, we've got 0. Okay, every time we touch the ground, nothing happened yet. We haven't told it what to do. Then we go to scripts, okay? Now what we want to do, every time we get the ball hits the ground, we want something to happen. And every time the ball hits me, or Pico, I want something to happen. So every time it hits score, I'm going to change the score by 10. And every time it hits the ground, I'm going to lose a life. Okay, ready? Hits me, gets a point, life, life. Okay. Now, the great problem with this is, well, this is great now. We actually have a game for starters because you can get a score and you can use lives. However, at the moment, if I get to 0 lives, nothing will happen because I haven't programmed it to happen. Okay, as you can see, 3, 2, 1, 2, and it goes to 0, and it's continue going because we haven't told it to do anything. Computers are stupid, and we have to tell them what to do. Okay, what we want to do, we want to actually put on this thing here is when to test something every time we lose a life. So let's push stop. Okay, and we basically want to, let's make an end screen first actually. Go to backdrop. So you go down here, click on your stage, go to your backdrops, and we're just going to add a backdrop. Okay, new backdrop, and I'm going to go down to stars. We die, I want stars. Okay, I also wanted to say game over. So I'm going to click on text, and I'm going to go game over. I'm going to make sure that looks good, so make sure it's bigger and centered. Good, that looks about right. Okay, now this is just backdrop 2, stars. Okay, now we've added the new backdrop. We need to make sure at the start of the game the right backdrop is seeing. So let's go to our person, and under our controllers, let's go looks. We're going to switch to backdrop. Switch backdrop to urban. It means when we start the game, it's always going to be on urban. Okay. Okay, let's change our lives to 1 because we're testing game over stuff. We don't want to keep waiting for it. Oh, we haven't done anything with that yet. Okay, so we're going to, let's go back to our ball. So we're going to be testing every time if our lives are 0. So let's put a controller in. We're going to put an even then loop in when we lose a life. Okay, after we lose a life, it's going to test this. Okay, we're going to test if our lives is less than equals 0. So let's go to operations and go to pull out the equal sign. Let's go to data and put our lives in there and put a 0 here. If our lives equals 0, what do we want to do? We want to switch to the backdrop and we want to stop all our program. Okay, we'll do switch to backdrop first, change switch backdrop to stars. Let's try. Backdrop to stars. Now we haven't actually told it to stop the operations yet, so it's still going. So you technically can do everything. So after that, we actually want to say stop everything. Controls, we go to stop all. And we have our game. Now, game over. Okay. Now, what I'd like to do. Okay. Now, what we'll be doing the next recording is we're talking about making this harder basically, and making it so our speed is a variable, so we can actually change the speed of everything as we go. Okay. So we'll be talking that in the next episode. Thank you very much.